Welcome to the Korea News Express. I'm Dahi Jung, the host of the show. Before getting started with our news today, shall we go through a quick rundown of today's topics? Pachinko gaining worldwide popularity. Korea establishing itself as the optimal travel destination. May 10th, Cheong Wa Dae opens to the public. These three are the main topics of the day. Then, let's get started with this week's Korea News Express. Korean dramas in OTT platforms are gaining huge popularity nowadays. The same goes for Pachinko that we're going to talk about in a moment. Pachinko is based on the New York Times bestseller. It's about the story of a Korean immigrant family that left their homeland. Thanks to the actors' enthusiastic performance combined with a solid plot, Pachinko has left a deep impression all over the world. First of all, Belgium paid tribute by saying that it is a promising, compelling, and the best series of the year. Likewise, Spain applauded, it is a fancy Korean epic on a scale that has never been seen on TV before. In the same way, the series won plaudits in Germany, being judged as too great a masterpiece to be watched on TV. Recently, works that convey Korean history, the so-called K-story, are drawing worldwide attention. It is no exaggeration that Korean dramas have established themselves as the core content of the OTT platforms. We'll look forward to more Korean works to be released that can earn a global consensus of the viewers. Let's move on to the second news. Recently, Thailand's travel daily media published an article named Why Korea is Garnering Merit as the Optimal Incentive Travel Destination. According to the survey on Korean culture content conducted by the Korean government, non-Koreans on average spent more on Korean cultural content last year than ever before. This indicates growing consumer demand for not just visual or audio contents, but also for the diversity of experiences that are Korean in identity. To keep up with the currently rising new Korean wave, the Korean tourism industry is developing and offering new tourism products for a more vivid experience of Korea. In addition to the customizable tourism products unique to Korea, the Korean government is also providing financial benefits that are available to business and incentive travelers to Korea. Thanks to the global Korean wave, many foreigners have been able to experience Korean culture. Come visit to see, feel, and enjoy Korea in person. It's the last issue of the day. Cheong Wa Dae, also known as the Blue House, will be open to public starting from May 10th. Cheong Wa Dae is the official residence of the President of the Republic of Korea. It is located from Gwanghwamun to Gyeongbokgung Palace and Bugaksan Mountain. In other words, it is in a good location for people to relax. Nonetheless, the hiking trails were only slightly open due to security issues. But we have a good news. The full public access to the trail of Cheong Wa Dae will elevate the scenic avenue stretching from Gwanghwamun to Bugaksan Mountain. Plus, you are now free to film the inside of the Cheong Wa Dae. Also, there are many more cultural events coming soon. Why don't you try visiting Cheong Wa Dae, as it is awaiting the day to meet you guys at the park, where children can play and tired people can take a rest. That's all for this week's Korea News Express. Before wrapping up, I'd like to introduce a Korean national holiday. This Thursday, May 5th, is Children's Day in Korea. It's an annual commemorative date celebrated to honor children. This year marks the 100th anniversary of Korea's Children's Day. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more compelling stories next week. Thank you.